wanted to get it, that embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Last laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like, immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like, hated to love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me, please, or don't even bother me. They said, oh my apology.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle.
Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Seahawks have struck first in this NFC title game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To the air again, Burrow. Throw out wide to Walker, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. That's complete to McBride. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, what a juke into space. A second juke. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to...
Now Burrow loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got...
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Play action. Now it's Murray. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. First down. Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray's throw taken in by London. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This caught by Fant toward the sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Clyde Edwards-Helaire taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Play action. It's Burrow. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the lead will hold at 13.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throw left side, there's London. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's fought from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Murray off play action. He finds his man, complete. It's McBride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
That caught up to him. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The 40. 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole. And then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal
from 28 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that's going to tie things at 20.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 41. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. And the Cards are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
He completes this to Walker. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on second down. Murray. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. Murray now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Murray now. Got his man. It's London. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Back to throw, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Walker.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Throwing, Burrow.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here's Burrow. Catch is made by Metcalf. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down. Burrow going to keep it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. That's why the whole play got stuffed.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 130 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.